Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Let's start with the sketch phase. The only idea I have at this point is that I don't have idea. I just want to sketch and hopefully one of them captures my eyes and inspire my brain. In the third sketch I instantly saw the potential. After cleaning the sketch, now let's start painting. I painted the basic color with basic shadows. I like to define the 3D form, what's in the light and what's in the shadow. Since the light is coming from the top, anything blocked by the light will be in shadow. The head is facing the light directly, making it the focal point. This light is a spotlight. I really love spotlight because I can set it up like being in a studio and decide which parts I want to light. I try not to light the entire character because I don't really like that. However, for this character I want her to be lighter on a value scale. This is another experiment. Almost every artwork is an experiment. I was afraid of light for some reason, but this year I felt the confidence to apply it. Since then I've been trying to master light. I had a vision for how I want this artwork to look. I wanted a really blonde character with very white skin. Since these two are very similar on a value scale, I needed to define shadows to create contrast. I also wanted this painting to have an edgy, stylized look, so I used the lasso tool for that. Trying to add a halo or a crown, I wasn't sure if it's a good idea, but there was no clear silhouette for the crown, so I removed it. I had a few problems with the hand holding the polearm in the sky, so I stood in front of a mirror, positioned my hand as if I were holding something and took a picture. That was my reference for the hand. I tend to over-render my art, which sometimes makes my pieces worse, working for hours on details that aren't even visible. Especially since I'm not the biggest pro when it's come to rendering. The truth is, rendering is the last thing you need to learn. No matter how good is the render, if the basic fundamentals are bad. Focus more on lighting, value, color, composition, and storytelling. Well, there are a lot of things to focus on, but if you pick one and take it to the certain level, it will be automatic. Then you can pick another one and so on. The more skills you have, the easier painting becomes, because there are fewer things to focus on. The basic fundamentals are important. Everything else builds on top of them, making it easier to avoid the whole thing collapsing. I struggled with how to position her left arm. After trying a few ways, I decided to have her holding a sword, and I really like that. I was wondering what kind of angel this is. If she's like a priest, a light bringer, or more like a warrior. This is the thoughts I went through when I painted the polearm. Later in the video, I thought that red for the polearm could work for two reasons. One, red and green are complementary colors, just like how watermelons look so cool. The other reason is because it adds to the story. An angel with the devil's weapon. I found it interesting, and at this point I knew who she was. The red polearm. The red gives an aggressive vibe. It's the color of blood, flesh and hell, making the weapon look evil. It's a good contrast between the angel with the light sword and this evil polearm. It makes you wonder how she got that weapon. Maybe the only thing that can kill the devil is its own weapon, so she needed one. And everything has a price. She can't hold this evil doomed weapon as a pure creature. So she sacrificed herself to defeat the enemy. It's her last action. That's why she has this very dramatic pose, looking up to the light, clearly with not much power left. Her body even starts to disappear. Everything tearing apart, including the devil's weapon. When a pure creature holds a weapon like this, the weapon acts defensively, destroying the holder and itself, to ensure it can be used to kill devils. So she's in the sky, getting weaker and weaker, and she has the chance to make the final blow. She defeats the enemy. And at that exact moment, she disappears, leaving burning feathers behind her. Is she dead? The more skills you have, the easier painting becomes defensively, destroying the holder. And at that